If I had to do one thing different, I got lazy about that. I really wasn't inspired to write.
George Strait, known as the monarch of country music, openly confessed to losing his faith in life following the devastating loss of his daughter, Jenifer Strait. Despite his enduring reign in the world of country music, George's ostensibly perfect life concealed a wealth of tragedy. Above all, the most crushing blow came with the unexpected death of his beloved daughter in a tragic car accident. Regrettably, Jenifer's untimely departure was shrouded in a flurry of false rumors, exacerbated by George's fame, leading him to withdraw from public engagements, including numerous interviews. Today, however, George Strait has summoned the courage to confront his long-standing sorrow and share the truth about his daughter's tragic fate. Let's start our video. October 6, 1972, marked a momentous day in the lives of George Strait and his wife Norma, as they welcomed their first child, Jenifer, into the world. With her arrival, their hearts swelled with joy and anticipation, their lives forever changed by the boundless love and light she brought into their lives. As Jenifer grew, she became the embodiment of all their hopes and dreams, a radiant presence that filled their home with laughter and love. From her earliest days, it was clear that she possessed a spirit as bright as the Texas sun, her infectious smile and playful demeanor capturing the hearts of all who knew her. For George and Norma, Jenifer was more than just a daughter. She was a precious gift, a source of endless joy and pride. With each passing day, they watched in awe as she blossomed into a compassionate and caring young woman, her kindness and generosity touching the lives of all who crossed her path. However, tragedy struck and George and Norma lost Jenifer forever. According to George Strait, on that fateful night of June 25, 1986, tragedy struck the heart of the Strait family, casting a shadow that would endure through the years. San Marcos, Texas, a quaint town nestled in the heart of the Lone Star State, became the backdrop for a sorrowful event that would forever alter the lives of country music icon George Strait and his wife Norma. As the clock neared midnight, Jenifer Lynn Strait, the beloved 13-year-old daughter of George and Norma, embarked on a journey with 3 of her friends. Little did they know that their excursion would culminate in a devastating accident that would leave an indelible mark on their families and communities. The night air hung heavy with humidity as the group traversed the familiar roads near their hometown. Riding alongside her friends, Jenifer was unaware of the impending tragedy that loomed just around the corner. In a split second, the tranquil night shattered into chaos as the driver of a Ford Mustang lost control, careening off course in a desperate attempt to navigate a treacherous turn. The violent force of the collision sent shockwaves through the quiet countryside, the sound of screeching tires and shattering glass piercing the stillness of the night. The Mustang, now a twisted wreckage of metal and memories, lay silent amidst the debris, its occupants stunned and disoriented. Tragically, Jenifer's window had been open, and in the chaos of the moment, she had neglected to fasten her seatbelt. It was a simple oversight with profound consequences. In an instant, a precious life was extinguished, leaving behind a void that could never be filled. In the quiet hours of that tragic night, George Strait was at home, enveloped in the comforts of familiar surroundings. Little did he know that the tranquility of the evening would soon be shattered by news that would forever alter the course of his family's history. Upon receiving the devastating notification, George's world came crashing down around him. With a heavy heart and a mind clouded by disbelief, he made his way swiftly to the scene of the accident, desperate for any semblance of understanding in the face of unspeakable loss. As he arrived amidst the flashing lights and chaotic scene, the gravity of the situation washed over him like a tidal wave, leaving him reeling in its wake. His beloved daughter, Jenifer, was gone in the blink of an eye, her vibrant spirit extinguished far too soon. In the days that followed, the Strait family grappled with the unfathomable reality of life without Jenifer. Their home, once filled with laughter and love, now echoed with the deafening silence of absence, a poignant reminder of the void left in her wake. In a rare moment of vulnerability, George, known for his stoic demeanor and unwavering resolve, issued a statement expressing the depth of his family's grief. With tear-stained cheeks and a voice heavy with emotion, he spoke of Jenifer's infectious smile and melodious laughter, each memory a bit. "We will all miss Jenifer very much," he uttered, his words weighted with sorrow. "She meant the world to us, and we'll miss her dearly." It was a sentiment echoed by all who knew and loved her, a testament to the profound impact she had on those around her. Yet, even in the depths of despair, George found solace in the outpouring of support from friends, family, and fans alike. "We're doing our best to make it through this," he acknowledged, drawing strength from the collective embrace of a community united in grief. In the wake of Jenifer's tragic passing, George Strait found himself grappling with a grief so profound that it eclipsed all other aspects of his life. As the world mourned alongside him, the country music icon retreated into a private sanctuary of sorrow, shunning the spotlight and withdrawing from the public eye. For George, once a stalwart presence in the world of entertainment, the pain of Jenifer's loss was too raw, too visceral to bear. Every interview and every public appearance served as a painful reminder of the daughter he had lost, a wound that refused to heal. In the aftermath of the accident, George made the difficult decision to cease all interviews and public engagements, retreating into the protective cocoon of his grief. It was a self-imposed exile, a means of shielding himself from the prying eyes and probing questions of a world that could never understand the depth of his pain. Though he once spoke to the New Yorker magazine in a rare moment of vulnerability, George made it abundantly clear that discussing Jenifer's death was a topic he preferred to avoid. "I just didn't feel like talking about it, so I quit," he confessed, his voice tinged with sadness. "I did want to keep singing, absolutely, but I was at the point where I'm like, all right, if this is going to cost me my career, then so be it. But it's the only way I'm going to be able to cope with it." It was a stark admission from a man whose stoic exterior belied the depths of his anguish. Yet for George, the decision to step back from the limelight was not born out of a desire for self-preservation or career preservation. Instead, it was a desperate act of self-preservation, a means of preserving what little semblance of normalcy remained in the wake of unimaginable loss. "It just kind of turned out the way it did," George reflected, his words weighted with resignation. "It wasn't an intentional thing." And so, as the years passed and the world continued to spin, George Strait remained a reluctant figure on the periphery of fame, his voice silenced not by choice, but by the weight of a grief too heavy to bear. Yet, even in the midst of his self-imposed exile, George found solace in the one thing that had always brought him comfort: music. It was through song that he found an outlet for his pain, a means of expressing the inexpressible and honoring the memory of the daughter he held so dear. In the wake of the devastating loss of their beloved daughter Jenifer, George Strait and his family were determined to channel their grief into something meaningful, something that would honor her memory and perpetuate the spirit of giving that had defined her life. Thus, in 1986, the Jenifer Strait Memorial Foundation was born, a beacon of hope in the darkness of their sorrow. With a steadfast commitment to making a positive impact in the lives of children, the foundation set out to support charitable causes that aligned with Jenifer's compassionate spirit and love for others. According to its website, the foundation's mission is clear: to promote charitable causes for children, providing them with the support and resources they need to thrive. Over the years, the foundation has directed its donations to a variety of nonprofit organizations dedicated to serving children in need. Among its beneficiaries are the Boys and Girls Club of San Antonio, an organization that provides vital resources and programming to at-risk youth, and St. Jude's Ranch, a haven of hope for children who have experienced abuse, neglect, or abandonment. Through its unwavering commitment to philanthropy, the Jenifer Strait Memorial Foundation has touched the lives of countless children, offering them a glimmer of hope in their darkest hours. But perhaps even more remarkable than the foundation's impact is the manner in which it has thrived, sustained not by corporate sponsorships or large-scale fundraising events, but by the generosity of individuals who share in George Strait's vision of making a difference. According to the Foundation's website, the majority of its funding comes from private donations, offered freely by friends, supporters, and loyal fans of George Strait. It is a testament to the enduring legacy of Jenifer's memory and to the power of community to effect change in the world. In a deep introspection, George Strait revealed the extremely close relationship of his two children. Jenifer's love for her younger brother Bubba was nothing short of extraordinary, a bond forged in the fires of siblinghood and tempered by the unbreakable ties of love and devotion. From the moment Bubba entered the world, Jenifer embraced her role as his protector and confidant, her nurturing spirit serving as a beacon of strength and reassurance in his young life. To watch them together, George Strait reminisced, his voice tinged with both fondness and sorrow, and the way she watched over him made us know he was always safe with her, no matter what. It was a sentiment echoed by all who knew them, a testament to the special connection that existed between brother and sister. Despite their differences in age and temperament, Jenifer and Bubba shared a bond that transcended mere siblinghood. For Bubba, Jenifer was more than just a sister. She was a guardian angel, a source of unwavering support and unconditional love. In her presence, he found solace and security, knowing that she would always be there to guide him through life's trials and tribulations. He loved her back in the same way, George reflected, his heart heavy with the weight of loss. And always will, just as we always will. Though Jenifer may have been taken from them far too soon, her presence continued to linger in the hearts and minds of those who loved her most, her spirit a guiding force in their lives. Indeed, Jenifer's role in Bubba's life extended far beyond that of a typical sibling. She was his mentor, his confidant, and his staunchest ally, a source of strength and inspiration in times of need. Together, they navigated the tumultuous waters of adolescence, weathering storms and celebrating victories with equal fervor. They had their arguments like brother and sister do, George conceded with a wistful smile, but in the end, she always made Bubba feel like he came out on top. It was a testament to Jenifer's boundless love and generosity of spirit, her willingness to set aside petty grievances in favor of fostering a deeper connection with her brother. In 2005, George Strait's poignant release of the song "You'll Be There" marked a deeply personal and emotional moment in his illustrious career. As the haunting melody echoed through the airwaves, listeners were drawn into a world of raw emotion and profound introspection, each note a testament to the enduring power of love and loss. For George, the song held a special significance, serving as a poignant reminder of his beloved daughter Jenifer, whose memory continued to live on in his heart and soul. "That song hit home for me for obvious reasons," George confessed, his voice tinged with a mixture of sadness and hope. "I'm a religious person," he continued. "I honestly believe we will see each other in heaven someday." It was a sentiment shared by many who had experienced the pain of losing a loved one, a glimmer of hope amidst the darkness of grief. In "You'll Be There," George found solace in the belief that one day he would be reunited with Jenifer in a place beyond the confines of earthly sorrow, where pain and suffering held no sway. The song's profound message struck a chord with George, resonating deeply with his own experiences of loss and longing. "I wanted to do the song badly," he admitted his words, carrying the weight of years of pent-up emotion. And yet, fate seemed to conspire in his favor, as songwriter Corey Mayo held out the song specifically for George, knowing the profound impact it would have on him. The writer, Corey Mayo, held that song out because he knew I wanted to do it, and he waited until I had the chance, George recalled with gratitude. It was kind of him to do that. In a gesture of generosity and understanding, Corey Mayo entrusted the song to George, knowing that it would find its truest expression in the hands of a man who understood its message on a deeply personal level. In 1988, amidst the lingering echoes of grief and loss, George Strait released the hauntingly beautiful ballad Baby Blue, a song that would forever be enshrined in the annals of country music history. As the second single off his album, If You Ain't Lovin', You Ain't Livin', Baby Blue captured the hearts and minds of listeners with its poignant lyrics and soul-stirring melody. Though never officially confirmed, many believed that Baby Blue held a deeper significance for George, serving as a poignant tribute to his beloved daughter Jenifer, whose memory continued to cast a long shadow over his life. The narrator of the song mourns the loss of a beautiful girl with bright blue eyes, a striking parallel to Jenifer's own captivating gaze. In the chorus, George's plaintive voice rises above the plaintive strains of the music, his words suffused with raw emotion and heartache. "And baby blue was the color of her eyes," he sings, his voice trembling with sorrow. "Baby blue like the Colorado skies, like a breath of spring she came and left, and I still don't know why." With each haunting refrain, George pays homage to the fleeting nature of love and life, grappling with the profound mystery of loss and longing. Baby Blue becomes more than just a song. It is a lament, a cathartic expression of grief and yearning, a tribute to a life cut tragically short but never forgotten. In another revelation about this side of his career, George Strait admitted that he had a rough start when he was fired from a band. At the time, George and his wife, Norma, were living in Hawaii, where he was stationed as a member of the Army. It was during this period that George's passion for music found expression in the form of a local country band known as the Country Kings. The Country Kings, though relatively obscure in the annals of music history, provided George with his first taste of performing in front of a live audience. However, fate had other plans in store for him, as his tenure with the band was abruptly cut short after just one performance. In a twist of fate that would later become the stuff of legend, George Strait was unceremoniously fired from the Country Kings following his inaugural show with the band. The reasons behind his dismissal remain shrouded in mystery, lost to the sands of time, but the decision would prove to be a fateful one for both George and the band. While the Country Kings may have seen fit to part ways with the future king of country music, it's safe to say that their decision would come back to haunt them in the years to come. As George's star continued to rise, fueled by his unparalleled talent and unwavering determination, the band's fleeting moment of triumph would pale in comparison to the enduring legacy of their former frontman. For any fan of George Strait, the notion that a Hawaiian country band once let go of the man who would go on to become a country music legend is nothing short of astonishing. Indeed, the Country Kings may have regretted their decision to part ways with George, but for him, it was merely a stepping stone on the path to greatness. In a shocking revelation, George Strait said the reason the Country Kings fired him was because he wasn't country enough. For fans of the Murder on Music Row singer, it's a revelation that prompts both disbelief and amusement, given George's status as the paragon of country music authenticity. Indeed, the notion that anyone could question George Strait's country credentials seems almost absurd in retrospect, given his unparalleled success and unwavering dedication to the genre. With 60 #1 singles to his name, a feat unmatched by any other solo artist in the history of country music, George has solidified his status as the undisputed king of country music. Yet, for all his accolades and achievements, George's early dismissal from the Country Kings serves as a reminder of the arbitrary nature of success and the challenges faced by aspiring artists in the music industry. According to George himself, he was let go from the band because he wasn't country enough, a statement that seems perplexing given his subsequent rise to superstardom as a purveyor of traditional country music. For fans of George Strait, the idea that his authenticity as a country singer could ever be called into question is laughable. From the moment he burst onto the scene in the early 1980s, George's smooth baritone and heartfelt delivery captured the hearts of audiences around the world, earning him a legion of devoted fans and a rightful place in the pantheon of country music greats. Throughout his illustrious career, George has remained steadfast in his commitment to preserving the traditions of country music, eschewing trends and fads in favor of timeless melodies and heartfelt lyrics. From honky-tonk classics to heartfelt ballads, George's music embodies the very essence of what it means to be country, resonating with listeners of all ages and backgrounds. In addition, George Strait also admitted that he spent his first years of life unhappy. In the 4th grade, George experienced a seismic upheaval that would forever alter the course of his life: his parents' divorce. In an era when the idyllic image of the nuclear family reigned supreme, the dissolution of George's parents' marriage stood in stark contrast to the Norman Rockwell-esque idealism of the time. Yet, it was not merely the divorce itself that left an indelible mark on George's young heart, but the aftermath that followed. Instead of navigating the complexities of co-parenting, George's mother made the difficult decision to leave, taking his sister with her and leaving George and his brother in the care of their father, a scenario that was virtually unheard of in the conservative societal norms of the time. The absence of his mother, a figure shrouded in mystery and silence, loomed large in George's life, casting a shadow of longing and unanswered questions. As noted in the biography, George Strait, the story of country's living legend, her departure left a profound emotional scar on George, one that would shape his outlook on love and family for years to come. In the pages of George's press biographies, mention of his mother is conspicuously absent, a testament to the pain and heartache that still lingers beneath the surface. To this day, George remains guarded when discussing her, offering only fleeting glimpses into the complexities of their relationship. George often reflected with gratitude on his father's unwavering dedication, acknowledging that he dedicated his whole life to raising my brother and me. In the face of adversity, George's father provided a beacon of strength and stability, laying the foundation for the remarkable journey that lay ahead. It was during his high school years that George's life took a fateful turn, leading him down a path that would ultimately shape the course of his future. It was then that he crossed paths with a young woman who would come to occupy a central place in his heart: Norma. From the moment their eyes met, George knew that he had found something special, a love that transcended time and circumstance. Despite his initial reservations, George found himself irresistibly drawn to Norma, captivated by her beauty, her warmth, and her unwavering kindness. As their friendship blossomed into something deeper, George grappled with the uncertainty of young love, unsure of whether to pursue a relationship with the object of his affection. It was a pivotal moment for George, a crossroads where he realized that he might miss the boat if he didn't seize the opportunity before him. And so, spurred on by the fear of regret and the promise of love, George made the decision to take a leap of faith, setting his sights on winning Norma's heart once and for all. In a move that would surprise many, George and Norma made the bold decision to elope, exchanging vows just before Christmas in 1971. It was a whirlwind romance fueled by passion and youth, a testament to the power of love to defy convention and expectation. What do you think about George Strait's revelations about his daughter's death and his childhood secrets? Leave us your comments in the section below. We hope you have found this helpful video. Don't forget to leave a like, share, and subscribe to the channel if you like it. Thank you for watching this and see you in the next videos. Goodbye.